Hey everyone, I'm Whitney Morris, aka FitWhit, and I wanted to film a video blog or a vlog for y'all and just introduce myself and talk about FitWhit and kind of what inspired me to do this. So I've been dancing since I was 3, and this is gonna age me, but that was over 26 years ago. And I love it. It's definitely a huge passion of mine. It's always been a therapy of mine. It's definitely helped me through a lot of things in life. And through my dance journey, I've done studio dance. I was on a dance team in high school. I was on a dance team in college. I, took dance classes in college. And after college, I was a part of a professional hip hop group and kind of performed around the area that I live in. And but unfortunately, with an injury, I had to resign from that and take time off. But also, a little bit of background on me. About 6 years ago, I was diagnosed with optic atrophy. And this is an eye condition caused by a parasite, which I have no clue where this parasite came from. It could have been something I was born with. It could have been something I contracted in a different country that I've been to. There's just no telling. And unfortunately, with this parasite, it caused a lot of damage to the optic nerves that are behind my eyes. And unfortunately, that made me lose a lot of vision pretty quickly. And I take eye drops. That's kind of the medication that I'm on, and that helps stop any progression with the damage to my optic nerves. But unfortunately, I do gradually lose vision more and more each year. And to put it in a number perspective, 20/20 is perfect vision. I'm between 20/80, 20/90. And so obviously, with that event happening in my life, I've had to make some pretty big adjustments. At the time when I was diagnosed, I had, the 8 to 5 work, office job, and I was already out of college, so I wasn't in school, but I, kind of had to figure out how to kind of deal with this, and obviously that caused a lot of emotional pain too, because, I'm not really sure, at that time, I didn't really know what I wanted to do in life and kind of what my purpose was. And then this happening, I really had no idea what I was going to do. But over the past 6 years, I've, kind of had different ideas bounce back and forth, and my husband's been really supportive with whatever I've, wanted to do, and he's been really great too, just kind of, helping me make adjustments in my day-to-day life, and so I'm really appreciative of that. And but so last year, I ended up quitting that office job and told myself I needed to take some time and just kind of figure out where my place was in this world. And unfortunately, during that time, I was also going through depression, and that kind of hindered me from really pursuing anything that I really wanted to do. I'm also a singer, and, last year I was a part of a couple different bands, and, really loved just, being up on stage and playing music, and I had a good time. But, life happens and things have kind of hindered me from doing that as well. But I started posting singing videos, and I'll start posting more on YouTube as well. And that kind of brings me to this next point. I have watched people's, especially on YouTube, I've watched people's videos of, them doing their craft, whether it be singing or dancing or whatever. And, it's really inspired me to do my own, but I just never had the confidence to do it. That's definitely something I've struggled with my entire life, is just not feeling, worthy enough to do something like that, or, thinking I was good enough to do something like that. And so confidence has always been a struggle. And so this past year in January, a friend of mine, she sent me a YouTube video on Facebook, and it was of the fitness marshal. Hi, Caleb. It was his dance to Meghan Trainor's Me Too, and within like the first 10 seconds of this video, I just was all smiles. I was like, I'm completely in love with this. This is awesome. And you can just tell, like, you know, Caleb's having so much fun in the video, and his little backup booties, I think he calls them, you know, they're definitely having a great time too. And I was just like, that's what I'm missing in my life. Like, I miss dance. I miss the joy that dance brings me. And so since February, I've been pretty much doing his dance videos every week. I try to do it every day, but of course things happen. So, but on top of that, especially when I was diagnosed with this eye condition, I was put on a really intensive steroid treatment, and that caused me to gain a lot of weight, unfortunately. And I was also dealing with some other medical things, which of course the medication I was on was causing me to gain weight as well. And so, and that was part of my confidence too. It's just, you know, I wasn't, you know, quote unquote fit enough to do that. But since February of this year, I've lost 18 pounds just doing Fitness Marshall videos, and I am on a diet, which I am not here to tell you, oh, try this diet, because honestly, we're all different body types. We all have different dietary needs. I mean, you just kind of have to figure out what works best for you. I will say that I do some of the Beachbody diets, and that's honestly what's been really helpful with me. But I mean, I'm not here to tell you, hey, try this, because I wouldn't know. So, but again, since February, I've lost 18 pounds, which is awesome. That's like 6 months, and it's definitely boosted my confidence, and I'm definitely feel empowered to, you know, put out my dance videos, and you know, I feel really inspired, and honestly a lot of the inspiration comes back to the Fitness Marshal, and thank you, Caleb. I can't thank you enough for that. You gave me my confidence back. So, you know, I want to put out my dance videos, and hopefully it brings joy to somebody, and, you know, maybe will help you, you know, work through whatever issues you might be going through. And you know, I hope we all can go through this, because we're all in this together. So let's go.